Welcome back, guys, to another episode in the Dyson Sphere Program. So today we're actually going to sort out some of our tech. So I've been letting things run in the background, but one of the things we're actually going to sort out is actually mass producing these. Like, we need these to be made, that all needs to be self-created because that is a backlog on some of our processes, and if we can have them just create things. I'm thinking of making little factories that just make everything and then can just request things, which would be great. So I've already got silicon coming in. I'm going to add copper into an actual system so we can request it, and then these, it's just going to need the computer chips, so we can actually just put them onto request as well, can't we really? Yeah, so if we had this sort of facility recreated, because it only needs iron and copper, so if we find an iron and copper facility next to each other, actually let's have a look what we can make first, because we're going to need to, yeah, so instantly I already need those things. I've got iron, I've got copper, I've got silicon. Actually, I don't think I've got enough of each. Let's take a copper. Let's take some iron. Let's have a look. Yes, I can. Nope. I can't make 40 of those. Why? I think it might be the lack of silicon. Because the thing is, the silicon's on the network, so that's an easy thing. Oh, in between episodes, I also started putting this in just so we had a backlog of those, because we just unlocked that. So I thought, hey, why not just get things running in the background? I want to be able to get them out, but I think because I'm not using it, I can't. Or if there is a way to do it, I haven't found it. So then I also need titanium, which should be, yeah, it's all stacked up in here, so that's fine. So I'll make one of you. But of course, what don't I have? I'm going to need 40 graphene. I've got enough copper. I've got enough of that, so yeah, let's go get some more graphene and then we can actually sort this out. So hopefully, I'm thinking of just setting up an area where everything can just be imported and exported and on the network, so everything works quite nicely. So that'll be making those. That's going to take a while, but that should, yeah, as soon as that's done, everything can be made up. And yeah, we're going to be wanting to be making these. So right, let's get to it. Let's find I need a copper and iron facility. Let's have a look. Don't really care where it is on the planet. Do I even have another reserve? Got coal, got crude. I've got copper over here. I've got iron over there, so it's not too far away from each other actually. I could have a factory about here, couldn't I really? So I'm going to want to try and make this sort of big, so I'm going to need, don't tell me I'm actually too far away from things. Okay, so I'm going to need about 4 of those instantly. I'm going to need a butt ton of conveyors. Power pylons are going to be a pain, so I'm going to have to bring them across here as well. But we are going to need, God, let's say 10, going to need 5 of those each, just to start making things. And I believe things are made in the, that's your assembler, that's an assembler, so I can make 8, so that should be, so what makes this? What does actually make this? Okay, so they're just homegrown things that I can also make up a process for as well. So I can make that, and have them just on mass production. I'm also going to make that. So yeah, we'll have 3 assemblers for that, 3 assemblers for that, 3 assemblers for that, or 4, 4, and 2. That could actually work. Okay, right, so that sounds like a plan. So let's get, have I ordered? Let's get 8 of these. Just because it's going to make life a little bit quicker. We're also going to need storage. Have I got any storage? I've got 2. Let's bump that up by another 2, shall we? So everything should be building in the background, which is perfect for me. Which of course we also then have to wait because this is currently making that, and I don't think, yes, I've already used all my resources to make that, so damn. And I think I'm also using way too much power because the power keeps dropping out, which is never good. Is that finished yet? There we go, we've got logistics carrier, that's going to be a bit quicker. I'm actually doing the gas giant one now because that would make life a lot easier later. So much easier. Always waiting for things to be made. How far is this away from my factory? It's not actually that far, is it? So I could actually go gather the resources I need, which was graphene. Actually, oh, I thought it was out of titanium, and I thought, wow, that'd be impressive. I've just instantly run out of titanium already. Let's grab some of you just because you're good to have. And solar sails are working, that's nice to see. Graphene's over here, where am I going? And then I need engines, which are over here. So this is constantly firing, which is good. Engines. Yeah, so in between episodes I did build accumulators so we can get some extra power. I also put down this energy exchange as well, so it's constantly doing something. Just in the background, because I needed drastic power in between things running. Right, that should... Oh, I need that amount of copper. That's a first. Get some copper on the go, and that should be about... There we go. Start producing that in the background. So I believe it was this way. There's an iron reserve. I think it was that was it 15 iron? Or was it 10 iron? It might have been that 10 iron. Yeah, and there's the copper. Okay, so yeah, we were building it around here-ish. Perfect. I could really just fill this in and have this here. I don't actually know how much... yeah, I've only got 4 foundations, so that's not going to work. Right, let's get to this then, shall we? Right, so we're going to have... What, you picking up 1.7. Maybe it works if you're around here. There we go. Basically want both doing 1.7. You're going to have... We said 5, didn't we? That's perfect. So you guys are all just going to be making iron ingots. I'm going to be producing that off the line. Perfect. Right, let's set up the copper. Okay, and again, 5 of you. It seems to work perfectly because they all just run in front of things, so that's good. Right, so that's going to be the copper front. And then you're going to be off producing. And this is when, yeah, once everything else is built up. So, first of all, we want to make, let's think about it. So we are going to be making these first. Well, actually, we're supposed to mix the chips first. So that's 2 iron to copper. So that should be fine. So 2 iron to a copper. And we said we're going to have 4 of these. I'm trying to think, would it be better? Iron's only going to be used for this, isn't it? So, let's get them nice and close together, and you are using that. This is going to eat so much power, isn't it? Okay, then we've got copper coming down. Again, I already know I'm going to need more of these. I need a lot more of these as well. And of course they need chips, which is hilarious because that's exactly what I'm trying to make. The 10 just gets destroyed just by this thing straight away. Ah, right, classic. Okay, then I'm going to have this come off down here to produce. I was going to store the chips. So we're just making a bespoke factory here just to make chips and stuff like that. But then again, that's pretty much what the whole objective of this game is, isn't it really? It's just making, well, it's to finalise and sort out your Dyson Sphere, isn't it? But, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to have a network for things to be finished on. Oh, that's a long one, isn't it? Maybe I should have brought that over. Ah, that's right, leave it. Right, so that will then be producing chips. Chips will be stored in here, that's perfect. So that is chips done. So they get used with these, which is then going to need copper and that. They're also in assemblers. So another 4 assemblers. Let's put, so it's going to be copper coming down there as well. Let's try to think, if I put them here, actually, it's a shame that's here. I can actually fit that in there, that's good. So I'm making these. Never actually remember what they are. Microcrystalline components, okay. Right, so here, if I've actually remembered, I do actually have one, good. That will help us navigate that problem. That's one thing I don't like. I prefer it just if I do that, I only got 8 of these, didn't I? So it's meant to be 3, 3, 2, isn't it? So I can actually just get rid of all of that. I'm sure I said 3, 3, 2. I could be mistaken with myself. So that's the copper of that done. If we then drop in, thinking here, interstellar, so this will be requesting.
You have established an interstellar.
I wish it would stop doing that. So that is going to local demand. It's going to local demand. Into there. Perfect. Right, then we can okay. And then all of that is then going to go into another storage. Which if I can level up like that will be actually quite nice. It's almost like perfect. Let's see if this will actually work. It does. Perfect. Right, and then that'll make those chips. Those microcrystallines, that's what we'll be making that. And then we need 2 more. Just here. If I bring that out there to there, and then that one to there, to there, we can have most of this done and set up. And of course we're going to need another storage. This will be a sort of thing that I'm going to have to leave to run for a while, because this is going to take a while to produce stuff. I'm also really going to hate having to power this thing up, because that's going to take a lot of... Actually, that's just got me thinking, I haven't built any of the drones for this. Let's get 5 of them on the go. Also, how many power poles have I got? Only 6, okay. Definitely going to need a fair few of those things. Okay, so that will be doing that, and then what I can do is, for each one of these sections, I can actually just have them put into here. So if I say we're going to have that on local supply and thingy, we'll put processors in there, and also... Where have they gone? Are the chips not on here? Oh, there they go, circuit boards. So we can put all of those in. So if I go... It's really random. Okay, so I can get that into there. Should have just brought that one up. Actually, I can do that and have that just stealing one every now and then and putting it over there, and then I can just run a line out and straight into there from that one. So we can have a storage of those, which should last. Let's have 1,000 of each. So I don't want to be massively overproducing things. But yeah, that should start working. I'm hoping. That's going to drain a lot of power. Luckily we've got accumulators now. Right, so where's my nearest part of my base? Over here by the looks of it. Okay, so let's start running power pylons out. This is going to need it. I think I'm actually going to have to build more before I even get over there. Got lots of stone over here. Didn't expect there to be so much bugger. To be so much stone on this planet. Okay, so we start getting iron set up first, by the looks of it. So that's that. I can run that section. And then that section. It's nice because you can actually just hit complete sections. So if I do that and then put a would that work? That does work apparently, that's good, so that gets all of that running. We've looks like we're using too much power. It is partially nighttime, so that is not going to help the situation. If I do that, I can then link you there. Yes, that's going to be running at reduced. What am I running? Oh, it's because I'm powering this, aren't I? I completely forgot about that. And that's not going to help because I'm also going to be sending them to go remote. Oh no, because it's actually picking up ones from the others, isn't it? So let's do that as 1,000 as well. I know this is going to be taking quite a lot of supplies. 80. I'm definitely not producing that much. But hopefully this will start running. Oh, I haven't actually told these what they're actually making, so that would have been a bad start, wouldn't it? Let's do that. So these are currently... I didn't filter it, did I? Have I? Thought I did, but that must have been my mistake. Ugh. I seem to have messed up here. I want iron going in, not out. Which is probably why this system's backed up. Okay, so they're instantly going to need to be upgraded. So let's get an extra 3 of them done. Let us upgrade them. Now that's even going to need even better upgrade, isn't it? You're not getting enough power? No, because I think we're still in deficit, isn't it? So it's actually struggling to gain the power to even actually pick up things. which is okay because we're actually gaining supply, and we're actually making our first set, which is perfect. So I can actually leave this running, and this should be done. But oh jeez, 50% satisfaction. What's the Dyson Sphere doing? Okay, so we've lost a lot recently, because that was up to, I think, when I was running this earlier, that was up to 20, but they are dying out, that is the problem. So we are going to need something that's going to produce a lot of power, which I'm thinking we need to start getting into this. So we are going to need to start producing some of these carbon nanotubes, which needs titanium and graphene. So why don't we set that up with graphene quickly, and we can have another set, because if I can have those made, then this wasn't the one, isn't it? This is, yeah, we're losing a lot of power here, because things then aren't going to be running as efficiently. Where is graphene? That's over here, isn't it? Or even my core is depleting. Right, so if I request titanium, I want that on a 1,000 supply. Let's have that on a 2,000, so I'm not popping too much in there. Okay, so we're wanting to produce things. We're going to need chemical, which of course always takes up lots of stuff. Now I'm thinking of taking it out of this. Angle's too wide. I don't know why it does that. It's really weird. So I want you to do that. And then you, titanium. Lack of item. Of course there is. Of course there is. I'm also about to deplete. Is there a place I can get to fuel quickly? There's coal here. Right. Of course, nothing is running efficient right now yet. Researchers, let's pause research right now. That should help. It cuts down on some of it, so I can't complain. Okay, so we are going to need our chemical. So you are going to make us this, which of course is going to take more power to work. But hey, who said you needed power? Then again, all this will be run back to logistics, which should be quite nice, really. Can't see this running too quickly. For graphene, why is titanium not coming in? Demand, that's what I'm looking for. Gotta demand the titanium. Right, so that's supplying that quite nicely. That's got 180 in transport. Okay, it's actually even bringing some across to me. Perfect. So I'm hoping if I can get some of this made up, next episode we can actually get power working efficiently. I need 8 of this, because that brings the power up to 9 megawatts instead of 2.16, and at 80% efficient. Whereas 9 megawatts, a lot of difference, and I can replace literally everything we have and get things running and then maybe even upgrade to get some like hydrogen fuel cells, because what I'll do in between episodes is I'll get this one running, and what this enables us to do is actually get hydrogen, so I can actually create these off planet, and then eventually we can start looking at making deuterium fuel rods, which could be quite entertaining, but we'll stick with hydrogen at the moment because that's going to last longer. So that should be next episode. So yeah guys, if you did like the episode, then please do hit that like button. If you did, hit that dislike button. If you want to see more, then please do subscribe. But I hope to see you in the next one. See ya. Bye.